our fans, right, don't have the balls. They need to grow balls, right, to stand up to FSG. Don't keep on blaming the manager. You want manager out. It's really annoying, right? You keep on saying manager out. Well, it's the owners. We only replace the players in the summer. We haven't bought any extra players, right? And yes, some of the blame does go on the manager, right? Arne Slot, tactically, he's trying to get it right. Okay, it's okay at the moment. Performance are not up to scratch quite yet, but they're improving, right? That diamond shape seems to be working. He's got injuries. The only thing I would say on Arne Slot, he does have a bit of an ego trip, because Chiesa deserves to be playing, right? Given more chance. That Plymouth game, he wasn't alone. It was a whole team, right? And it was his first season in the Premier League. So Arne Slot needs to come down off his high horse. Chiesa and Rio Ingamura, right, need to play. They need more game time. They are our natural wingers, right? And he should not be favouring that. I would say on his part, he favours players too much. You know, players should be picked based on form, not because he likes certain players or they'll fit. I mean, Gapco has been really bad this season. He's not a natural winger. Rio should be playing in that position at least, or Chiesa. And once Salah comes back, and at the moment he's having a good AFCON, right? And when he's coming back, I think, see how he goes. If he's form, may not start the game, but at least put him on, right? That's the only thing I'll blame the manager on, right? Not picking the right players. And unfortunately, Alexander Isak got injured again, and he's going to be out for a while. He might not be back until April, the earliest, I would reckon, right? And Chiesa should be given more run out. And every time you see him, he scores, or he contributes, he assists, right? And I think on his part and on the club as whole, right, I don't blame Michael Edwards or Richard Hughes. They are yes man to they get paid by FSG, so they have no choice, right? Our recruitment team works for the owners, and owners sit in America, and they are cheapskate investors. They're not proper business people, and we need them out unless they are willing to invest. They're not listening. I think we need all the season ticket holders and the people who purchase tickets for games home and away. And we've got to stop buying merchandise. We've got to hit them in the pocket. And that's the only way we're going to get anything out of it, right? Going our way. They're ruining our club. That money that comes in from the club should be reinvested. We don't need sugar daddies, right? We don't need to spend, £100 billion or £200 billion on a player. We need more players. We need a bigger squad. Quality squad, yes, but bigger squad. And we need players, more players. Our squad is very thin. And we are the worst Premier League. We are defending champions, right? We're the worst defending champions in the Premier League history. And we're a laughing stock because of our owners. Don't blame entirely the manager. Fans come up and moan, right? And they moan. We need to look at our owners. Our owners are cheapskate, wannabe investor. They're investors. They're not proper business people, right? You look at the business people who started after them, right? This is an example. They're not part of Liverpool, but this is an example. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, right? And Mark Zuckerberg. Look at them. How much they're worth comparing to these guys. These idiots are only worth, what, $20 billion? Who started in the 1980s as an investment group. They're not proper business people. They're just wannabes, right? They were lucky that our club was in debt and they've got it for 300 million. And if Saudi owners are serious, they're putting 10 billion, either they should sell or invest all the money that they're bringing in. They keep on selling some of the shares, right? And they're bringing in a couple of 100 million each time. And they're not investing that. They're investing in other businesses. So they can have, FSG can have more businesses and more revenue to go in their pocket. So as fans, let's not just blame Arne Slot. I don't blame entirely him or, Michael Edwards or, Richard Hughes. These guys are doing what they're paid to do. And, whatever Arne Slot has to work. The only thing I would say against Arne Slot is Chiesa should be playing more. And he deserves to. Give him a chance. And he's not giving, and he said, we're not buying a winger. And that only tells you one thing. They don't want to invest. FSG do not want to spend any more money on the playing squad. So a lot of these fans who keep on saying Arne Slot out, no, it should be FSG out, because they're taking the mick, right? You look at other clubs, Man United might have debts and stuff, but they invest in the playing squad. Look at Man City. That's why they're 4-time winners of the Premier League. They won the treble. What did we win? Yeah, nothing. In those years, we won 2 league titles in 5 seasons. And Klopp worked miracles, and Arne Slot worked miracles. Last season, our squad got burnt out because we were playing in 4 competitions. And you can't blame Arne Slot for, resting players in the FA Cup or the League Cup. And I still won't blame him this season. If I was him, I would sacrifice those 2 competitions, right? And focus on the league and try being in the Champions League next season, right? That diamond is working at the moment. Our performance isn't greatest, but we're getting there. It does fill us with fear every time we play. Are we going to win? We'll score the goals, right? But can we keep up? I don't know. And every time it's just that fear. We just get it over the line. Scrape it over the line, more like it. And I think that's why a lot of the fans need to stop blaming the manager alone. Our owners are terrible. They're cheapskate investors. They're not business people. They have no clue. That's why they lag behind a lot of the wealthy business tycoons. If you look at it, a lot of the others are why they're so wealthy. Because they built business from scratch and they progress in their business and they bring more revenue in and they invest more into building more bigger. And these lot are just cheapskate investing owners and nothing else. They're sitting in America, they're talking cobblers, right? You look at the teams they own in America, they're fed up, their fans. So I request the fans, please stop filling their pockets in. Let's hit them in the pocket. Let's ask for refund on season tickets and not renew it next season, right? And also, let's not buy any merchandising online or in their store, because that's the only way they will learn. If we don't pay through the turnstiles, they lose money. And then we'll say to them, look, you're going to have to leave, sell the club. Don't care, sell the club, because you haven't invested properly. That money that come in needs to be invested in playing squad. That's why it winds me up. The fans just, jump on Arne Slot's back. It's the owners. They haven't invested to make the squad bigger. They only invested what they're brought the money in.